asexual. I don't talk about it very much, but since it's Pride, I will talk about it now. Being ace is a very strange identity to have. Most people don't really understand it, and also explaining it can be a little bit uncomfortable. Most people I know think asexuality just means you don't want to have sex, which is a very shallow and incorrect understanding of it. And most people don't really bother to educate themselves on it unless they themselves identify with the label. Something else very strange about being ace is that there isn't really a place for us. People in the LGBTQ community sometimes do try to include us, but it's not very proactive. Meaning that if I were to ask directly, are aces welcome here? The answer would probably be yes, but at the same time, they're not really going out of their way to make sure aces are included. As many people might know, the LGBT community can be very sexualized, which can make some aces feel a little bit uncomfortable. Which is why a lot of aces don't really feel a part of the LGBT community, but the weird thing is we're not really straight either. For me personally, I'm engaged, I'm going to be married this year, so to an outsider it does just look like I'm in a straight relationship, which is one of the reasons I don't necessarily disclose that I'm asexual to a lot of people. Almost any ace can tell you that if you try to explain it to somebody else, they probably won't understand, and they will probably also ask a lot of very inappropriate questions. The idea of dating for a lot of aces can also be very difficult. A lot of us actually do experience romantic attraction and would like to be in relationships, but it's really hard to find people who understand the lack of sexual attraction. And there are two levels to that. There's the understanding and then there's the acceptance. People who aren't ace often have a hard time coming to terms with the fact that their partner may never find them sexually attractive. Even if the ace partner does have sex with the other partner, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're sexually attracted, and that can cause issues for some people. And then there are aces who might never have sex, which adds a whole other layer of difficulty when it comes to dating. And I can't even imagine how difficult it is for aro aces to try to explain that to friends and family. So yeah, those are kind of the negatives of being ace, but I could definitely make another video about the positives if you want that. Happy Pride, everyone. I hope you're having a great month so far, and I will talk to you all again soon.
I thought I might stay over tonight.
Why?
Because we're girlfriend, boyfriend.
To do what?
I'm actually not sure.
I'm asexual.
I haven't had sex with your father in 7 years.
Oh,
Am I asexual now? That's why your sheets are always clean.
what?
That's why your sheets are always clean.
Mom.
What about my grandkids, What about me? But you love those cartoon characters. Let me call a neighbor's son.
Please don't.
No, Cheryl said he's looking for somebody too.
Mom.
He's a very nice boy. You need to stop. Have you tried dating?
Yes.
Are you trying hard enough? Did you just pretend? Pretend to like it? Have you seen a doctor? Baby, that's not natural. The magazines your father hides from me make you feel a little bit spicy. You didn't spend enough time breastfeeding.
What?
You didn't spend enough time on my boob. So you want to be a nun?
No.
Well, you can at least put it to use for the Lord. So that's why you never look nice. No motivation to impress anybody. Honey, you can be gay, straight. You gotta be attracted to somebody.
Just don't experience sexual attraction.
This is because of Matthew Morrison, huh? I should have never let you watch Glee.
Do you know what's one thing that I never do as an asexual? Tell someone that I am asexual. I was at dinner at a friend's house and I almost said it out loud because my friends know, and I thought I can't open this can of worm because for someone who doesn't know or for someone who's never heard of it before, what kind of conversation is this to be had at dinner? You know, because the first question is going to be, so then what is it? What does it mean? And then you have to start talking about things that are sort of personal, like, you know, do you experience any kind of sexual attraction? Do I want to say this to my friends' parents? Probably not. Do you experience romantic attraction? This is also very different depending on people, but then you have to explain yes, but in a very peculiar way, and like not the way that everybody else does, and like it's complicated. And then there's going to be the question of like, how do you form? How do you maintain relationships? And you have to say, I don't fucking know. And then the whole thing of like, but does that mean you are a lesbian? And then you have to, no, also no. And then the question of, but what if you ever want to have kids? And then it's a whole other thing that you have to explain that you don't want to have any, which is just, you know, it's just my case. I don't want any, but, you know. And it's just a whole complex concept because it's such a new thing that you can only really be allo or allo. And then if you start to veer off into the new ways that we have to describe how we feel, explaining it to the older generation is very, very problematic and very complex because it raises so many questions and so many topics of discussion, and it's so complex. And like, not all sexual people will have the same answers to all of these questions, so you have to be mindful, because what if they meet another one in the future? And so in order to avoid these problems, I have decided I'm just pans. You know what? I am going to be pans. This way it's not going to scare people when I say, oh, I would marry this girl, or, you know, that dude is hot. Like, I'll just be super fluent and super confusing to everyone who doesn't know me. And I think that will work well for, you know, however long it holds.
I'm asexual. Of course people think I just haven't met the right person yet. I'm asexual. Of course I know about Todd and BoJack Horseman. I'm asexual. Of course I find cake and garlic bread memes funny. I'm asexual. Of course people made me think that I was broken. I'm asexual. Of course I've appropriated the Ace of Spades. I'm asexual. Of course people ask me invasive questions. Don't do it.
Oh, cool. You're asexual? Why didn't you tell me?
This is why.
I'm asexual but heteroromantic, which basically means that I'm still romantically attracted to people of the other gender. Oh, okay, so you're pretty much straight. I mean, big deal. Why'd you even tell me? I'm asexual but gay at the same time, so I'm still romantically attracted to people of the same gender. What? No, you can't be gay and asexual at the same time. It's okay if you like the same gender. I'm not gonna judge, but you don't have to be ashamed. I'm asexual but aromantic, which means that I have no romantic attraction towards anyone. No, something's just wrong with you. I mean, I think you just need to go to therapy and then you'll be fine afterwards. Hey, I'm asexual, but... no, you're not. Trust me, I thought that I was asexual too, but I mean, it turns out that I just really didn't like my ex, and I had some trauma from that, but I just needed to find the right person, and honestly, I think you just...
Things that my asexual self doesn't understand. One time, my ex told me that he would love nothing more than to spend the weekend in bed with me. And it sounded so boring. I would hate it so much. One night stands. I don't know what these are. I thought I would try, but every time it sounded so unappealing. And still to this day, it sounds like a horrible way to spend my day or my night. Any expression like, oh, you look like you've been thoroughly shagged. What? No, I just had a really nice cup of tea and drank the morning away while reading a book. That's why I look so happy. Back a few years ago, when I told someone I hadn't had sex in like 8 years, and I thought they were going to die on the spot from knowing this. And I was like, I don't know, why are you so upset for me? I'm fine. If I wanted to, I could. I can be hot if I want to. Like, it's not a problem. I just don't find the appeal. The term, they're so good in bed doesn't mean anything to me. You could be the best at shagging ever. I won't realize, I won't notice. It's not gonna make any difference for me. But are you good at puzzling though? Can you do crosswords? That's what I'm interested in. When a guy wakes up in the morning and he's like, what? It's the morning wood. What do you mean? I mean, again, I know what you mean, but I don't understand. When people tell me that I should dress sluttier to go out, no, I don't want that kind of attention on me. Again, I don't want a one-night stand. If possible, I would like to look hot for myself without any of the attention it draws, because I know that physically speaking, I look like a human that would try to encourage that, but I don't. No, you can't hold my hand. This I would appreciate, but walk me home to my flat is cool, but then just leave me alone, or let's have tea or something. I don't know. When people say I would climb him or her like a tree, just climb a tree. Sounds more fun. Sexual tension. What is it? What does it mean? The best way I can describe sexual tension for me would be the hand scene in Pride and Prejudice or the elevator scene in the latest Star Wars. But aside from that, like, I can see sexual tension happening for other people, but I don't know what it means for me. I don't know how I'm supposed to.
Being asexual is like being in a football stadium with football fans and you know how to play the game, but you really just don't have any really passion for it. It's like, I know when to cheer, I know when they're having fun, but like, I don't actually feel it authentically.
I'm interested in football when it's my team.
Ooh, that's good.
That works.
Yeah, I'm not interested in any team ever.
Yeah, not even sports.
I could go and cheer and like eat a hot dog.
How could you do this to me? Question mark.
This video is great. Actually really funny. What isn't funny is the comment section. The amount of comments that are either saying the solution is to break up or to open your relationship is shocking. For some people, being in a relationship with an asexual individual is not possible, and that's fine. And for some people, being in a relationship with an asexual individual means that the only solution for you is to open your relationship to satisfy your sexual needs. But that's not the only solution for everyone. Not all allosexual individuals prioritise sex above the person that they're with. And not all asexual individuals, just because they don't want sex, feel comfortable with their partner having sex with other people. The amount of people in this comment section who are offering unsolicited advice based on their personal experiences stating either to break up or to fuck other people is just not acceptable. And is just adding to the stigma of asexuality. Stop acting like asexuality is a problem that needs to be solved.
Look, some things you don't need to know. Some things I get to know.
Okay, yes, absolutely. Do not go and ask any asexual person these kinds of questions. That is so inappropriate. But I want to say on my page, I've never talked about my boundaries on my page before. So I just want to say I am totally okay answering these questions. My page is the place to do it. If you have these questions, ask me because I don't mind. I think about this all like clinically, So yeah, ask me, not them.
Where are all the super romantic asexuals at? Like the ones that are just like, I'm gonna get you chocolates, I'm gonna get you a stuffed animal, I'm gonna let you be passenger princess, and DJ in my car, which I never let anyone play music. If I'm driving, it's my playlist because I'm the driver and I'm doing the hard work of driving us there. But you can play your music, you can be passenger princess, it's fine. Like, in a world where many people can't even put in the old-fashioned effort, in a world where there's just the GM, good morning text, I'm gonna be the asexual that steals your girl, your boy, your envy, because we have something they don't have. Yes, they have something we don't have, sexual attraction, but asexual is.